I absolutely adore Trigun. It was one of the first anime I ever watched during those golden days of early fandom. You know, that period where you're just falling in love with the medium for the first time, discovering the genres, styles, tropes, and seemingly limitless potential for creativity. And years later, Trigun still holds up for me, not just for the wonderful nostalgia I feel when I watch it and remember those early days of falling in love with anime, but also on its own merit. The character design and world building, the incredible shifts in tone from goofball gag anime where flicking chewing gum at your opponent is a viable option one moment, to an exploration on the nature of humanity, existence, pacifism, and pain the next. I could do an hour plus on each of the characters in the show. Well, maybe not Legato, but he's still a fucking horrifying villain, even if he is a little shallow. Plus, that frame photo behind me on the wall in most of my videos? That's a piece I had commissioned from an artist on Twitter as a memento to my best friend and I, and the night we met at a Halloween party in 2009. I was dressed as Dr. Horrible, he was dressed as Nicholas D. Wolfwood. And yes, he had a giant cross he'd made, covered in belts and a fucked up cigarette. Such was his commitment to the character. The only anime I'd even seen at that point was Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, and Spirited Away. Kevin's the one who got me into anime by showing me Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, Samurai Champloo, Fullmetal Alchemist, Excel Saga.
Die, Excel! We'll do anything to make it so! Through burning fire! Through raging flood! If you order me to strip down, I'll strip down! If you order me to throw up, I'll throw up! Oh, please take me, Lord!
Seriously, you need to watch Excel Saga. Fooly Cooly and Elfen Lied. Hey, everybody has a trash anime they loved 12 years ago they now realize is garbage. I'm looking at you, Mirai Nikki fans. Kite is fucking bonkers, though. I love it. All this is to say that Trigun is important to me. It's part of my DNA as an anime fan, it's tied into my personal life, it's legit one of the classics, required viewing if you want to see the best that anime has to offer, alongside shows like Eva, Bebop, or for better or worse, modern classics like Attack on Titan or Hunter x Hunter. So that's why I was so bummed out by everything I've seen about the new Trigun anime, Trigun Stampede.
And for your pleasure and convenience, I have organized my points into an easily digestible, numbered list.
Vash's design drives me nuts. He looks like Milo from the Disney Atlantis movie. Like this dork. I hate his stupid fucking haircut, I can't help it. I'm just so sick of that half-shaved, half-emo kid from 2004 look. Millie's not in the show. Millie's not in the show. What? Why? How? Why would you? Millie is not in the show! This chase scene that was trending on Twitter for a while and being praised as next level animation, it's fine, I guess? I find it far too chaotic for its own good. There are some very rough looking moments of ugly CGI, and I don't feel any real sense of danger or tension. It's just a bunch of visual noise, and most importantly, this just doesn't feel like Vash. You know that probably apocryphal story from Pirates of the Caribbean movies of the stuntman needing to actually act like Jack Sparrow? Because of all the weird flailing and goofy motion, it just didn't read as Captain Jack? Same thing here. Vash's movements just don't feel right for the character I know. Honestly, this moment from the original show's OP gets the same general idea across. Vash is on the run from a bunch of danger, which he spectacularly avoids while also being hilarious. But faster, less visually cluttered, while still feeling chaotic and fun, and Vash is completely in character, dodging bullets like a total badass, while running and falling and snagging a sandwich out of thin air while doing so. It's fun, it's funny, it's exciting, and it tells us something about Vash. The way a character moves is important. Remind me to make a video about this moment from Cowboy Bebop someday. Under, over, through. The new animation doesn't give me nearly the same concise, fun, exciting depiction of Vash the Stampede, the humanoid typhoon. It's just some dude in a red coat doing some free running. The only other footage I saw was this Wolfwood clip, and man, this was it. I knew the show was not going to be for me. Set aside the fact that Nicholas D. Wolfwood really didn't need a magical girl Sailor Moon style transformation sequence, this just looks terrible. Look, I'm not an animator or an animation expert. I cannot talk about the specifics of why this looks so bad to me, in the same way I can with, say, live-action films or screenwriting or story structure. All I know is, this looks bad. It's blocky and jagged, its color palette is dark and unappealing. Nothing about this feels like the Wolfwood I know and love. It just feels like a cutscene from a PS2-era fighting game.
Siegfried wins! Siegfried wins! wins! Siegfried wins!
Anyway, I'm not gonna watch the new Trigun. But if you are and you're loving it, great! I don't get it, but I'm glad you're enjoying something. Life is a miserable fucking mess. Take your joys if you can get them.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.
But if you haven't seen the original 26-episode Trigun from 1998, well, I really think you should. It's awesome. You want to say goodbye to the folks, Willow?